Activision presents a smashing blast from the past.
Indeed it is. A loading screen. Well, serious though, folks, just watch it.
Vicarious visions. It's Crash Bandicoot.
Indeed it is, Cortex. Hello everyone, this is joesSONICBOOM here, with my first playthrough since the Godzilla one, being Crash Bandicoot Sane Trilogy. Whoa! I love that intro where you see the classic PS1 Crash go into that machine and you see him get converted into his Ultra 4K look as they advertised it. So here we have Crash Bandicoot Sane Trilogy. So we got the original Crash Bandicoot here, Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, and Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth. So I have done a bit of a test playthrough on Crash Bandicoot to see how it does, and now let's begin a new playthrough strictly for this channel. So, and I'm kind of late to the party with this, well, because I finally got PS4 in November, and of course I had to save a lot of money. So of course, since I went to Inverness recently in Scotland, I finally got my hands on the game. So let's begin. Crash Bandicoot! Overwrite, see, disable autosave. Of course, we always see Aku Aku go up in the loading screens often, so but it's always nice to see him. Anyway, cutscene time.
Dr. Cortex, we haven't determined the cause of past failures.
Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general. He will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time, I shall reign triumphant.
Cutscenes are just gorgeous and filled with detail, I would say.
We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex.
Dr. Cortex, the vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do.
Failure again. Capture him.
Uh-oh.
Prepare the female Bandicoot.
Well, so that's the intro to the original Crash 1. In the original version of the game, you have to let the title screen play, and a few seconds later, and then the intro will pop up. And I gotta say, the graphics are spectacular, especially the third-on Crash Bandicoot himself. Of course, you can control Crash with a D-pad if you want to. Of course, I'm used to that for playing the original Crash 1 since they didn't have analog. This is analog here, so let's begin. Of course, it does adapt some things from Crash Bandicoot 3, because in the original Crash, you have to bounce on the boxes 10 times in order to get your Wumpa Fruit out. Of course, I watched so many playthroughs of Sane Trilogy, especially SGB, Super Gaming Brothers from Johnny, and also the Brain Scratch commentary version. Of course, they love the game as well. Of course, if there's one thing I'm going to have to really put up with is the hitbox on Crash, because for what Johnny says, his feet, the feet here, have a bit of an overall hitbox rather than flat. So expect me to unfairly miss the platforms a bit, so expect a lot of death to happen. So, anyway, invincibility time. Let's go! Of course, I've been a major Crash Bandicoot fan ever since I played the original on PS1 and 3. I guess you guys are wondering what's my experience with Crash Bandicoot 2. Not pretty. Okay, let's go. Did I get them all? Well, only one box. well, in the test playthrough, I was running through them all. However, I got up to the bit with the white lines where the box was about to enter, and I actually fell through it. Not a good experience. No. See what I mean? At least, oh dear. God, that was not a good time for it. Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of him. Damn, that was a big major fudge up on my part. Of course, like Johnny said, his hitbox is like an oval, so expect to fall into the pits that you didn't mean to fall into. So, now I gotta do all this properly, so this ain't gonna be pretty. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, not 10. 10? Oh, never mind. So, you gotta jump at the absolute edge. So, there we go. And then we have the first gem. God, he actually literally pulled that from his ass. Of course, once you get a gem, it's always a 3% money, but on your 100% total. So, 3% every time. Jungle Rollers. Yeah, so I remember playing Crash Bandicoot a lot when I was little. And also, I still play the original game today. Of course, now, since we got the Sane Trilogy, of course, expecting me to be on this a lot more. I actually beaten the original Crash Bandicoot all the way through, but not 100% because the gems was such a pain in the ass to get your hands on. Wow, I just noticed that the skunks actually have a skull on their backs. I've only just noticed that. Of course, the piranha plants are always my favorite. Give me you. Give me you. There we go. Jump. Jump. Boom, boom. I always like to know what Aku Aku always says when he's when you pick him up. He goes like, "Oh my god!" Boom, boom. And when he gets hit, he goes like, "Whoop." Of course, there's a lot of boxes to get. Boxes or crates, whatever you say, kind of thing. I'll just jump on you. Oh dear. Now this is a bit finicky in the Sane Trilogy version because sometimes I like to explode. Oh! Never mind. Whack! See, I'm just having so much fun playing Crash Bandicoot because it's been such a long time actually. Because the last Crash Bandicoot game to be released, I think it was way back in 2008 or 2010, with the game Crash Mind Over Mutant, which some fans would like to not talk about. Of course, I never played it because I never got as far as Twinsanity, even though I played it at a... Ooh, well, there goes Donna. Because I played it at a school club, Twinsanity, and I would love to own it someday. And was that boulder going backwards? Oh well. Oh shoot! I went a little bit too early there, so that's my fault. You. Of course, I missed 43 because there is a gem on this pathway, so we need to get the blue gem. Of course, in this version of the remake of Crash Bandicoot, you can die, so you don't need to bloody restart the levels like in the original Crash Bandicoot to get all the boxes. Because if you die even once in the original game, you will have to restart the entire level again in order to get all the boxes. While you can still continue on fine, you know, beat the level, but if you want to get 100%, you must not even die once, especially when it comes to the color gem levels. Because the color gem levels requires if you don't die at all, and it does apply to this remake as well. So don't die in the color gem levels, which I'm going to try not to. But there's one particular color gem level that is the infamous Slippery Crime, which people say is a really hard level. as for Crash Bandicoot trivia that I know, thanks to Ryan at Brain Scratch Commentaries, during the game's development for the original Crash Bandicoot, its codename was Sonic's Ass Game because you were always looking at the character's backside when you're playing the game, and also the most popular animal at the time was Sonic the Hedgehog. And of course, in words of Johnny's review, in Some Call Me Johnny, you could always use that name for a Sonic game that you don't like. God, that bit still makes me laugh. Well, that took a bit of a while for it to break. Of course, when you get invincibility, you run faster, you jump higher, and of course you're like a walking ball. Ow! I mean like a walking invincibility bandicoot. God, you can tell I'm having so much fun with this. Of course, there's a ton of bonus levels. I like the original Crash Bandicoot, but the big difference is, oh dear, the big difference is they now count towards your box total. Okay, that's the first, well, actually second death in the game. Actually, I might have miscounted. Okay, let's try this again. Luckily, you lose lives in bonus levels, so that's always a good thing. And plus, you can keep on trying as many times as you want, which is a really good bonus, that is, because unlike the original, if you die once, you're back to the main game. Hello, Chandler. And she's gone. Actually, there is one particular level that is also good for trivia. Ooh! And of course, there's 8 boxes missing. There's one particular level that I should say about trivia. When we get to it, I think it's up the creek, or is it upstream? I can't remember exactly, but anyway. So boulders. Okay. Once we complete this one, I think I'll call it a part here. So yeah, let's get things started. So yeah, get rid of that. Of course, in the original Crash Bandicoot, I always loved the boulder chase levels. Of course, Crash Bandicoot actually changes facial animations, mostly the ones from Crash Bandicoot 2, where he's like looking behind him, looking scared, which I think is a nice little detail. Of course, I love the original Crash Bandicoot 1's music, especially the Temple Ruin levels. Yeah, so yeah, I got this game in Inverness on my Scottish holiday, which was a brilliant time, especially in Loch Ness. So, of course, when I saw this at the game store shelves, I decided, you know what, since I got 100 quid, I might as well get my hands on it, along with the Crash Bandicoot statue as well, which is an amazing looking statue. Of course, there we go, got the gem. Let's get out of here. Yeah, which will go well with my Spyro Skylander figure. Just to clarify, I don't have Skylanders. I only have the figure that I got from a car boot sale. Okay, so okay, who's next anyway? Okay, with the phone ringing, I might as well call this a part. So see you guys next time for part 2 of Crash Bandicoot and Sane Trilogy.